What in the name of virtue signalling white guilt is going on, Batman? Hello, and welcome to another episode of Crybaby. You're here with your boy Ray, that's me, and let's get straight into it, shall we? So, very recently, another group of white, rich celebrities have got together, and instead of John Lennon's Imagine, that's referring to the Gal Gadot ensemble that she put together when her and all of her white friends sung John Lennon's Imagine to try and cure the world of the global COVID-19 pandemic that's still ongoing at the moment. This time it's a bunch of rich white celebrities trying to cure the world of racism, and they believe that by taking responsibility for all of their actions, for any of their racial faux pas that they may have done in the past, maybe it was a joke, maybe it was a turn of phrase that they've used in the past, maybe it was a passing comment, now they are taking responsibility for what they have said, and they're not going to let it happen again. Going forward, that's it. This is where it stops. No more, says Stanley Tucci. No more, says Aaron Paul. That's right, Jesse Pinkman is in this fucking video, and I think this is the best piece of acting he's ever done. Don't get me wrong, I loved him in Breaking Bad, but holy fuck, does he give it some here. You can really feel it. I think he did mean this to be a part of his audition reel. I mean, what's he done since Breaking Bad? He did that one film with the cars, Need for Speed, and I think that was about it. Now he is ridding the world of racism, along with a whole list of other A-list celebrities, and this is going down like a fucking lead balloon. And like I said, as if they didn't already learn from the Gal Gadot video and the amount of backlash that got, I'm starting to hate white people now. Why? Why did you think this was going to help? I have absolutely no idea whose publicist was telling them that you should do this video. This isn't what black people want. This isn't what they're asking for. This isn't going to cure 400 years of systemic racism by saying, oh, we're sorry, I take responsibility. Can we just forget about it all now? Everyone stop looting and rioting, stop the protests and go back inside. And why they thought this was a good idea, I have absolutely no idea. Let's take a little look at the video, shall we?
I take responsibility.
There he is, hands together. He takes responsibility.
I take responsibility.
I take responsibility for every unchecked moment.
For every time it was easier to ignore than to call it out for what it was.
Every not so funny joke.
Dramatic pause.
Every unfair stereotype.
Every blatant injustice, no matter how big or small.
Every time I remained silent.
Every time I explained away police brutality or turned a blind eye.
I take responsibility. Black people are being slaughtered in the streets, killed in their own homes. These are our brothers and sisters.
Our friends, our family. We are done watching them die. We are no longer bystanders. We will not be idle. Enough is enough.
I will no longer allow an unchecked moment. I will no longer allow racist, hurtful words, jokes, stereotypes, no matter how big or small, to be uttered in my presence.
Go on, Stanley, you lay down the law, my son. You tell us what can and cannot be said in your presence. I'm absolutely for Black Lives Matter. I'm 100% for reform in terms of how the system deals and handles with the treatment of black lives and lives of all colours, but this is not the way to do it. Putting out a video, a black and white video of celebrities with some dramatic piano music playing behind it, is going to cause way more problems than it's going to resolve.
I will not turn a blind eye. Going for a jog should not be a death sentence. Sleeping in your own home should not be a death sentence.
It shouldn't be a death sentence. You're absolutely right. You're just pointing out facts that we're all very much aware of.
Playing video games with your nephew should not be a death sentence.
Shopping in a store should not be a death sentence. Business as usual should not be life-threatening. I stand against hate.
I stand against hate.
I stand against hate.
I stand against hate.
Who doesn't stand against hate? Who doesn't? Again, they're just making these very generic statements that everyone, that 99% of the planet agrees with. Whether you're black, white, Asian, yellow, purple, a fucking alien from outer space, these are just statements that 99% of the human race agrees with. This is not helping.
I will stand against hate in love. I will make my presence known.
And killer cops must be prosecuted. They are murderers. We can turn the tide. It is time to take responsibility.
Time to take responsibility. Fuck me. That is some grade A acting for you right there. Take notes, because Aaron Paul, this is one of his best performances he's ever put on.
Call out hate. Step up. And take action.
And there it is, folks. What an absolute fucking joke. Because you're taking responsibility and you're apologising for what everyone's ancestors did is not curing the issue. Reform needs to happen. People need to deal with this systemically. Everything needs reviewing. The issue that I have as well is that, especially with that point that Stanley Tucci made in terms of when he was saying, I will no longer allow a comment or a joke or whatever he said to go unchecked in my presence. The thing is, with, say, your average working class or even middle class folks, if you're in a workplace where it's heavily multicultural, to break down those barriers and to build those friendships between different cultures, a lot of it is fucking ball busting. A lot of it is jokes about each other's cultures. Not in a malicious way, but just in a bond building way. Like I said, 99% of people aren't saying things maliciously when they're joking around with other ethnicities or people from other cultures. They're doing it to make light of each other and to build bonds and to build relationships. I've worked in many multicultural workplaces, and this is the norm. It's the norm. You joke about each other's cultures. This is how people learn about each other's cultures, by talking to each other and making light of each other's situations. This is so tone deaf. It's cringeworthy, and I hope this gets all the fucking negative backlash it deserves, because you are doing nothing to help the Black Lives Matter movement. You are doing nothing to help reforming the systemic issues that are currently going on in every country where black people feel as though they are being mistreated. We need to do something more, especially these celebrities when they have such a platform. You need to be doing more than putting out a black and white video. You need to do more than this. Put your money where your mouth is and make real changes. Okay guys, what do you think about this video? Was it just as cringy as the Gal Gadot video? Let me know in the comments. Give us a like, give us a share, subscribe. Why not? Cheers guys.